Welcome back to another video, guys. In this video we're just going to do some tidying up. Spring is kind of here, I think. It's been a lovely day. I've got a lot done today, but mainly cleaning up, just washing benches down, jet washing the path, just doing end of winter kind of maintenance. So I haven't had much chance to do any bonsai, but it's coming up to 6:30 of an evening. It's Sunday. I thought we might as well do something. This Hinoki needs sorting out, and we've got a little privet. Both of them are nursery stock. This one was from last year, and this one I think I've had about 18 months. It's not quite 2 years old, but either way we're going to work on both of them, just tidy them up basically. This one I'll take the wire off, do a bit of pruning, and this one we're obviously going to prune. It needs reducing back. So yeah, let's get on and do it. So right, yeah, we'll deal with the little privet first. So I bought 2 of these from the garden centre. Let's get rid of this moss, because it'll drive me mad. There's a bit of liverwort in here as well, but it's not quite established enough to get out, I don't think. Oh, I might be able to. Yeah, it's at least picking out. Yeah, so I bought 2 of these last year. And I styled, well, not styled, I prepped this one, and my ex-girlfriend styled, or prepped and styled the other one, and we both took completely different approaches. They looked identical when we first got them from the garden centre, but they look totally different now. Mine's more of a stick. I'll bring in the other one. You can have a look at it in a bit, and you can see nothing wrong with either approach. It's just different ideas, and that kind of sums up bonsai really. Everybody's got different ideas, what they want to achieve, what style they want, what techniques we have. We all have different techniques. So my approach with this one was basically reduce it right back and just deal with the roots. So as you can see, it's got quite a nice root base already. So I mainly worked on the roots last year. That was my priority with this plant, and I knew that just reducing it back would give me more options, because they're quite vigorous. He wasn't as vigorous as the other one, because obviously I played around with the roots. You'll see, I'll bring in the other one in a minute, and you'll see that the other one's put on loads more growth, but that's what you expect, because the roots weren't played around with. But yeah, that was my priority, deal with the roots. Okay, right, let's get rid of that horrible moss. Let's get rid of that flipping stuff. The cat will be flicking it around. There you go. If you always wonder what that weird noise is, it's the electric bin. Best thing ever invented, that. There you go, electric bin, and it nukes. Right, so I think the best thing to do is just to reduce what we don't want. Now it's a bit hard to see at the minute, so I think I'll just come in and reduce what I can see. So on this inside bend, so the tree's kind of like that shape at the minute, or trunk. There's one growing on the inside of that bend, so we'll get rid of that one. We definitely don't want that one. there's lots of little ones shooting out here, which is obviously last year's attempt of growth, but all it's doing is giving it an inverse effect. So we'll get rid of them. This one here, I think we'll get rid of. I kept him because I was going to use him as a back branch, but it just confuses the trunk, blocks it. The trunk's not big enough yet to have anything in that position. A few more little ones that are shooting here, which need reducing back. Right, now I think what I'll do is I'll just get rid of a few leaves so we can see in there. I'll get rid of them all. That one we can get rid of. You can leaf reduce quite heavily on these. Well, you can take them all off. I have done on my other privet outside, but because I played around with the roots so much, I wanted to give it half a chance. So let's get rid of these lower leaves, the ones that are right in there. So the aim now, because I'm not going to repot this for another probably 2 years, it will put on a lot of root growth again this year, but that's good. I want to thicken up what's happening down here. So this year is all about creating the first branching. Just get in there and just clean it out so we can see what's going on. These leaves are very waxy. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what privet it is. It didn't have a, it had a label, it just said privet when we got them. They're very waxy. It's almost like a Japanese privet kind of leaf. I don't know. I don't know. Don't take my word for it. So I just do all this cleaning up. Now what I'm going to do this year, because it will probably put on a lot more growth than last year, I'm going to have to keep an eye on this because it will start shooting left, right and centre, willy-nilly, be all over the place. And I don't want energy going into any part at this moment where I'm not going to need or use. Really need to get this thing set up. And also all it does is just create all this inverse if you don't keep an eye on it. Because each bud or each shoot that comes out immediately swells what's here. Because this is such a small plant, it makes a big difference. So we reduce those. We'll get in here. Just clear out these little ones. And by doing this, it will let more light in. So if we're not quite happy with the initial branch structure or positioning, what this does is lets more light in, and then we will get more shoots and we might get one in a better position. Just going to clean up this trunk. Just take this bulge out. It will heal well. It's a young plant, it should heal quite well. Make it nice and neat. There you go. Get rid of that. Right, I can see a little bit better in here now. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, so this long one I kept kept. This is the only branch that I actually kept, but it was tiny last year. I did that because I wanted to fatten it up, give the tree a bit of strength, and use it as a branch. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to reduce it back to there for a minute and just have a look and see what's going on in here. Yeah, no, that's good. So we'll take it back again. So there is literally, you can see in here, there's literally, I don't know, probably 10 millimeters of growth on this one, and it will shoot out of here now. So bring it right back, and all that will do is just encourage better ramification, which is exactly what we want. Tight, close ramification. Okay, it does need a bit more tidying up in here, just to reduce all this bulginess going on. That is such a word, bulginess. Yeah, of course it is. It's in the dictionary, isn't it? Right, we've got one on top, which I don't think we need. It's growing right out in the middle of these two. I'm going to take that one out. Right, you're seeing a bit better now. No, he says. There we go. He was growing out right in the middle. So again, we need to tidy it up. There's one growing out the back actually in the middle. Take that one out. Reduce these leaves in here. The branches actually look quite good in position wise at the minute. Just smooth all these bits off, get rid of this leaf in here. Clean out this trunk. Get rid of all these little leaves down here, we don't want them growing. Clean up the trunk there. So what we got going on in here, we don't want too much going on in this area because already he's getting quite fat. I think what we'll do is we'll take these ones off the back. So this one here we don't want. It's just getting too fat. We want to have some kind of taper. Take these out. Clean it up. Right, there's actually two going on there. So we've got one underneath, we definitely don't want that one. That one, getting it. Clean up that. And what we left with, left with these down here. So I think the only option is to take this one out. And we're just going to go straight across the trunk like that because it's got too much inverse, too thick. There we go. Bit extreme, and we don't want that one. Right, that's basically what I had in mind. last year when I pruned it back. All these other ones, all but the big one, this one, was all new growth from last year. I just need to take this inverse back. Nice and neat. There we go. Right, now we can kind of neaten up what's going on here. There we go. Wonderful. There we go. Right. Get it tidy up. So there we go. I've just put some wound sealant on it because there was quite a large area that I chopped out. It should heal well, and also I do find if you've taken off some growth and there's a chance it will sprout out again in that area and you don't want that, just put a bit of the wound sealant over it. It does kind of retain a bit of back budding. Just stops it sprouting out in areas you don't want. So yeah, there we go. Obviously you can see a little bit of inverse. I'm not going to take any more off. It will take over. This one here will encourage the thickness of this part to increase, and then this will just all blend in. The roots I'll deal with probably next year, get them nice and strong. These will fatten up through the growing season. They're quite vigorous with root growth. So yeah, it's on a good path. It's only a little tree, just a little bit of fun. That's all it is, bit of fun. I'll go and get the other one and I'll show you the difference, because I'm not sure what Beth's going to do with the other one, if anything at all. She'll probably leave it, but I'll bring it in, you can have a look. So here's the one that Beth did. As you can see, she just pruned the tops, let this grow, and didn't do anything with the roots. So the roots are quite interesting, but they do, as far as I'm concerned, they do need sorting out. They haven't got the best of shapes, but it's her plant. So I mean, this side I think it's a little bit better. You haven't got the ugliness of those three roots together. I think one of them, maybe two of them, need to go, and then concentrate on this side. It's quite a nice flare on the bottom. But yeah, you can see it's gone a lot longer and leggier. The leaves on it are old because they were left. The only advantage with leaving it is that you don't get lots of little growth down below. Well, there is, but not as many as there were in here. And then because I didn't keep check on it, it did start to get a bit bulbous. We had all these new shoots appearing in one area. But again, I mean, this is going to be a nice little tree one day. I'll let Beth deal with it. But yeah, they both started off the same time. So there we go. Right, let's move on to the Hinoki, and we'll do a bit of pruning. Okay. So as you can see on this, it's got some lovely winter blush. And to be honest, this has only really appeared in the last month, because it's only been minuses lately, which has just tainted the tips, just turned them a little bit brown. But that's perfectly normal. Winter blush, it adds a bit of character, it's quite nice. So the idea of this one was to take the wire off, because the wire's been on there for a year. First glance, doesn't look like it's cutting in, so I think I may leave it. what we will do, I think the best approach is just to tidy it up, get it back into some shape, and then we'll have a better look at the wire. We'll be able to see in there a bit better, because there's areas where you can't actually see at the minute. So there we go. Basic wiring, just got these branches back into a better shape. The two at the bottom may disappear in the future, or keep one or the other. They're too opposite at the minute. They are slightly offset, but because of the lean on the trunk, it's yeah, it's not brilliant. But I mean, it's nursery stock, so it's in its very early stages. Here's a bit heavy, but I don't know which one to keep. The one coming out this way or the one in behind, because it might fill the back of the tree at some stage. But that's something we can deal with in the future. The important thing was to give it a good clean out. Sorry, I'm being attacked by the cat here. Yeah, good clean out, give it some space, put on new growth, more ramification. The branching is looking pretty good actually. I've gained quite a lot of tertiary branches since last year. These will wire in, fill out this pad a bit more, but I'll do that later on. Just let light in there for a minute. So there we go. One little Hinoki. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers guys.